Hello people, this is Freewired here, and this is my first ever commentary on Call of Duty Black Ops. Wow. To think, when I first actually started playing Call of Duty, I was like one of those kids that would just play for fun, and slowly it got more competitive as I got better. And as I rose to higher ranks, I really got into Call of Duty, going from Call of Duty 4 to Modern Warfare 2 to finally Black Ops. And the other day, I decided that all these videos on Black Ops and X-Jaws and White Boys 730 ST, they kind of inspired me to start making videos. It's not really for fame or money. I really feel that Call of Duty is a passion for me, so I just wanted to bring it out to the world and show them just how good I am. Maybe get famous, but that's not really my goal in this. It's just for me to enjoy what I'm doing and what I love. But anyway, as I've been watching commentaries, I realize that when they do so, they don't really talk about the game, which is, I find it a bit weird, but it also makes sense, because you don't want to be walking around like an NFL reporter yelling like, he takes it down 25 yards. You don't want to be broadcasting what you're doing because people can obviously see that for themselves. And so I wanted to talk about games in general, but not exactly this game right here. Not even in Call of Duty in general. So what I have in mind for upcoming games really is Gears of War 3. I was a big fan on Gears 2. I was on like once a day, using my shotgun, running around, being a little noob. And Gears 3 has got me jumping, but not as jumping as my brother. My brother is 7 years old, and he has his own Xbox Live account, and I will tell you, he is not bad. For his age, he could go like MLG Jr. Okay? And this kid is just hyped up for Gears 3. He's like jumping all over the place. He heard the beta was coming out like April, and he was jumping everywhere. But what he didn't realize was he thought the game Gears of War 3 was coming out in April, so he had all his money saved up, and he was asking his mom to take him to the store, like, Mom, can you take me to the store on April 18th? I want to get Gears of War 3. And one day I overheard him talking about that. And my mom was like, yeah, sure, whatever, because she's not into games and updates like me and my brother. And I go up to him and I tell him, dude, what are you talking about April 18th? Gears of War 3 isn't coming out April 18th. And he tells me, yeah, dude, I watched Xbox Insider moves on my dashboard. They were like, Gears of War 3 is coming out April 18th. No, and I was like, this kid has it all wrong. The Gears of War 3 beta is coming around April, dude, and he got really sad from there, so I had to make some kind of, like, good excuse, because, you know, these little kids and their puppy faces, man, they can really get at you. They just swallow you in and make you feel so bad. So I really had to do something about that. So I told him that I would buy bullets for him and get him a card for the beta, and so that he could play the Gears of War 3 beta and enjoy himself. So today, I'm still waiting. Well, actually, I'm not waiting. I have Bulletstorm and the beta. I just have to wait for the beta to activate, which is not too far from now, and my brother will be on that for about 27 hours every day of the weekend. So, yeah, 24/7 all day. And the big argument about Gears of War 3 is Carmine. Really, Carmine has died in every Gears of War episode so far, Gears of War 1 and 2. Which aren't many, but Anthony Carmine and Benjamin Carmine, they have both died in some kind of tragic, horrific death, some kind of stupid thing like getting shot in the head or falling off a freaking helicopter. What's going to happen with the next Carmine? I'm really not sure what his name is, but according to the Carmine lines of A, B, this Carmine, I'm guessing, starts with C. So I'd have to say Carmine. I really don't Carmine. That would make sense. That would be completely stupid. And leave a comment, guys. I really don't know what his name is going to be called. I don't really look out for Gears 3, so if you guys know what he's going to be called, just leave it in the comments or something. And other than that, the big argument about him was, should he live or die? Well, I personally, no offense to anyone that thinks differently, I want him to live, for once, just for Carmine to live. Or maybe, like, have him live throughout the whole campaign, and then in the end he gets injured, but he still lives. That would be something cool. Not die again, like, you don't really want the same thing over and over again. It's like getting the same lunch every day of the week for the rest of your life. It'd get pretty boring, so we gotta change something up. Maybe, like, he survives, but some kind of epic scene or something. That'd be great. And I was online the other day on my HuppetCommunity.com, and so I was just checking out some games, and Gears of War 3 popped up, so I really wanted to check it out, because it's a new game, everyone's like, hyped up for it. So I was going through the gallery, and I found a picture of Carmine. Now, this guy was not like any other Carmine yet. He is, like, jacked. I mean, more jacked than Dom or Marcus. This guy is huge. He's like as big as Rom and as jacked as a Brumuk, dude. Now he's got like the short armor sleeves like Marcus in Gears 3, and his muscles are huge. And in the gallery, if you go check it out, he's actually holding a locust by the throat, and the locust is hanging. The locust is literally like 2 feet off the ground, and he's having a little stare down with him while he's choking him, grabbing his throat, and I thought that was really epic. And it was a pretty good picture, too. I think it was hand-drawn or computer-made, either or. It really got me hyped up into seeing this guy in action. Who knows, he might, like, take on a fist fight with a Brumuk, or maybe that's how he will die, like, taking out the Brumuk, like, sacrifice and Left 4 Dead. He gets left behind to fight the Brumuk while everyone escapes on the helicopter or something. I mean, that would be pretty cool. And talking about the beta, definitely Bulletstorm. This game is made by the same guys as Gears 3. Now, I was also wondering, the voice of the main character in Bulletstorm. I don't know his name. I really don't follow Bulletstorm either. I don't know his name, but he sounds a lot like Marcus Phoenix from Gears 1, 2, and coming 3. And I just wanted to know, so if you guys have any idea about that, just leave it in the comments too, or send me a message, whatever. Because I know a lot more people follow Gears 3 a lot closer than me, because I barely follow it at all, so I'd love to get some information on it, you know? And about the voiceover, this beta is coming with Bulletstorm, because the same people created it, and in the beta will be, it's going to be like an assessment before you take a test. Like the teacher wants to see, or aka Epic Games wants to see what's wrong, what do you know, like what do you like. So they're going to give out like a bunch of weapons and maps and characters to choose from, and you're just going to scroll through play. They're going to see if you can find glitches, and then they'll patch that up. So I don't know, I mean, we could really clean this game up and everyone finds a bunch of glitches so they could fix it, or we could just leave it scratched up, you know, just no one find glitches so that when the real game comes out you could do it all and it's not patched. But I would love to see some non-glitches, because really, it doesn't really piss me off, but it gets annoying when someone has more power, someone's in a better spot, and you can't see the person. Glitches, I mean, they're okay using from time to time, but there are people out there that really just come home from school, they go on private match, and they run around the map looking for glitches. I mean, that just ticks me off. And so this beta, I'm guessing, should be very epic, because lots of people are looking forward to it. I personally bought Bulletstorm 2, and it is an epic game. Like, the company really takes its title. Epic Games creates an epic game. I mean, grabbing your characters with a leash and throwing them around. But that's all I wanted to talk about today in this commentary. Thanks for watching, and this was my first commentary ever, and you just watched it.